Hello everyone, this is D, and today guys I'm going to be doing a video on scrap banking. I know a lot of you have been wanting this video, and yeah, it should be fairly short. There's not much to explain. I'm going to be explaining what scrap banking is, how to carry it out, and just a few tips from me to be able to do it to your advantage and to get the most out of it. Alright, so just like every other history essay I do, I'm going to start this off by defining what scrap banking is. Scrap banking is the method by which you can buy and sell weapons for metal profit. So this is a method you would use early on in your TF2 trading when all you have are the weapons that you get from naturally dropped in the game. So you have like 6, 7, 8 weapons that you normally get. For those of you who don't know, 2 weapons equals a scrap, and scrap banking is the method by which you sell each weapon for 1 scrap, meaning that as 2 weapons is 1 scrap, you've made a weapon from selling that 1 weapon. And as you can tell, and as you can see by this, you're only making 1 weapon per sale you make, and 1 weapon in TF2 is not a big amount. So this is the method you'll be using when you're at the very beginning of your trading career, and yeah, it's fairly laborious. Alright, so just as said, scrap banking is the process by which you sell 1 weapon for a scrap. However, there are different methods in which you are able to sell your weapons to make a scrap. The first one I'm going to start off with, which most people here might be interested in, is trade servers. So, in the game, you normally get weapons dropped, which you're able to get for free from the game, and these weapons are free by which you'll be able to start your trading history. So you'll start off with a few weapons in the game, and you're going to try and sell each of these for a scrap. One of the ways to do this is go into a trade server. By doing this, you can just type in trade into your browse servers list, and you'll probably come up with a bunch of trade servers which you could join and sell to people that are trying to trade as well. In these trade servers, also you might grow to like a certain trade server, so you can add them to your favorites and come back into it. But on these servers, you can go onto the trade server and type a message such as selling all weapons for 1 scrap each. And even if you don't have the weapon, still say or the weapon that they want. If they ask you, hey, do you have this weapon? Even if you don't have it, say yes, I do have it. Because otherwise, if you're trying to just sell the weapons which you currently have, which is maybe 3 or 4 currently out of the hundreds of weapons that are in TF2, the chances that someone's going to try and buy them are very, very low. And using a website called scrap.tf, which is going to be in the description down below the website, you are able to very simply, very easy, with the bots that scrap.tf own, you are able to trade your weapon in a 1-1 exchange for all the weapons, for any of the weapons that the bots currently hold. And if you go onto scrap.tf, you'll be able to see that on their bots they have a lot of weapons which you are able to 1-for-1 trade for. Meaning if someone on the server is asking for a certain weapon, you are able to quickly go to scrap.tf, see if they've got that weapon, trade it 1-for-1 for one of your weapons that you have, and then sell it to that person for a scrap. And in that way, you essentially have every weapon, because any weapon that scrap.tf have, which they have a lot, then you'll be able to do it as well. On the screen, you're going to be seeing me trading with scrap.tf, just to kind of show how you can go about getting any weapon in the game. But this is just a little tip from me, because otherwise it's going to be very, very hard for you to get a trade with the weapons that you have currently. Just quickly, the advantages and disadvantages of trading on a trade server. Number 1, the advantages. The advantages of trading on trade servers, you're probably going to find people which don't know about things like scrap.tf, where they're able to get 1-for-1 trading. So the customers on a trade server are probably going to be less knowledgeable about trading, meaning that they're most probably going to buy a scrap weapon for you for 1 scrap, even though they could get it for 1 weapon. Another advantage of going on a trade server is it's quite fun. You get to play at the same time. So you're able to go around the server, and you're not just waiting for something to happen. You can actually play in the game. A disadvantage of this is that you have less customers, so you're only going to be advertising to the 32 people or 30, whatever the limit is in that server. You're only going to be advertising to that many amount of people, meaning that it's not going to be a high chance that someone wants to buy a weapon from you. Alright, so the other way of scrap banking, which is probably more organised and has its also different advantages and different disadvantages, is by putting up trades on TF2 outposts and making clients come to you instead of going onto trade servers. So, as you can see here in the video, I am making a new TF2 Outpost trade. If you don't know how this is done, then just look at the screen. And also, TF2 Outpost is a really good trade server, so I'd get used to it if you're trying to get into trading. But as you can see here, I'm making a TF2 trade with just a bunch of weapons I have normally in my backpack. And I'm writing in the bottom, oh, I'm selling each of these for a scrap each. Trade me, add me if you want it or whatever, and people will know that you have every single weapon and so forth. A little tip for this, if you're going to do this, is you can do the scrap banking thing whereby you switch out your weapons and then use those weapons, those new weapons that you get, weapons that probably people might want, and make trades with them and then trade them back after if you want. And this pretty much makes sure if people are searching for a certain type of weapon, you have more trades open. And you have more weapons in these trades, meaning that they're more likely to find your trade and also to add you. So on TF2 Outpost, this is a really good way to do it. Yeah, it's got its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of it is that you don't actually have to be on the game to get trades. People will come to you, so people will send you trade offers, or they'll add you for your weapons, meaning that you don't have to spend that much time on the trading. The disadvantages of this is that people probably won't do it. If people on TF2 Outpost probably know what they're doing in trading, so they'll probably be going onto scrap.tf to be able to get their weapons. But you never know, you might have weapons that they don't. Also, another little tip for this, you could also say or volunteer yourself to be able to collect weapons for people that are making collector's items. Collector's items are pretty much, do you see this kit here? Well, pretty much, to make this kit into an actual thing, to be able to finish this kit, people need to get 100 of the certain type of weapon it is for. So say for this one, you need 100, I don't know, whatever weapon I've got up there. But you need 100 different types of that weapons and put them into the kit to make this form this potion thing, which you can put onto your own weapon, and it makes it a collector's item. But you can say to someone, I'm willing to get the 100 items for you if you pay me a scrap each for each item, which is what I did when I was in my Scrap to Unusual series. And it pretty much means that you've got loads and loads of trades after one another, meaning that you've pretty much got your way out of scrap banking. So at the end of it, you'll probably have a few ref. So that's just a little tip from me. Go to my Scrap to Unusual episode 1 if you want to see me doing that. And episode 1 as well also shows me scrap banking, so you'll be able to see stuff there as well. All links will be down in the description below. Alright, so just a little quick summary of everything we've gone over so far. Scrap banking is whereby you have weapons, which you have, and you sell them for a scrap each. Each scrap is worth 2 weapons, so pretty much you're doubling what you already have. The way by which you can do this is by advertising on trade servers or advertising on TF2 Outposts saying that you're selling any weapon, meaning people will come to you, say, have you got this weapon? You can go into scrap.tf, get the weapon, trade it for one over what you have, and trade it with them to get a scrap for that one weapon, meaning that you're making a profit in TF2 trading. Carry on doing this until you have a few ref. And then the more money you have, or the more weapons you have, the quicker you'll be able to get profit for, and the more profit you'll be able to make, because you'll have more weapons at each time, and you can do more trades, meaning that you'll be getting more scrap as it keeps on going. So this is a kind of an exponential kind of thing, if people know what that means, pretty much meaning the more you get, the more you can make. And that's with all TF2 trading. The more metal you have in TF2, the more you can make from it. And yeah. Alright, but that's pretty much it for scrap banking. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. Any links on this episode will be down in the description below, so you'll be able to click them to see around, such as well as my Scrap to Unusual one, whereby you'll be able to see me actually doing this in real life, so it won't just be me putting up a clip of it, it's me actually doing it. Whatever you guys want to see next week, I'll probably be doing a Scrap to Unusual next week. I just couldn't do one this week because I didn't have enough trades for my unusual. But next week I could do something such as quick selling strangers or quick selling certain items, whereby you'd be able to make more profit than scrap banking. But scrap banking is the essential part of TF2 trading, is where you get into the TF2 trading. If you're able to do scrap banking, then the rest of it will be very, very easy. But scrap banking really is the hardest way to get into TF2 trading, and it's the most laborious. So if you're able to do this, you'll be able to go all the way. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look forward to Scrap to Unusual next episode, or whatever video I have up. And yeah, have a good one, guys.